Hello, welcome to section 6.4. So this section is basically a review of all the factoring methods that we've learned so far and just some practice in order to kind of get all of them down and like decide when you get a random problem and you need to factor, decide like what do I need to do, okay? So this is like a schematic of a general strategy for factoring. Always look for greatest common factor. That needs to come out first, okay? And then you have like a decision tree here. If it's a binomial, so two terms, you're looking to see, is it the difference of squares, a squared minus b squared, and then you can factor like this with the conjugates. Is it a sum of squares, something like a squared plus b squared? If it is, then it does not factor, and you are done. All right. For binomials, you can also have sum of cubes and difference of cubes, and you use the formulas for each of them. All right. If it's a trinomial, three terms, you have the trial and error, or you have the AC method. All right. So the trial and error, you basically just split up the two parentheses and you place things in there until they work out with sort of your middle term. And the AC method, right, is when you multiply the A times the C and you do the little cross to kind of figure out which two numbers multiply to give you this and give you that, and then you split up your middle term and you factor by grouping and you're done, okay? For a trinomial, also look for, these methods are sufficient, but also look for perfect square trinomials because that will make your life easier. It's quicker if you recognize it's a perfect square. Then you can go straight to just opening up the two parentheses and writing the answer down. Okay. All right. If you have more than three terms, do by grouping. Okay. So you're going to group the first two and the last two, and then factor out the common parentheses. All right. So this section we're basically reviewing everything that we learned with factoring, kind of putting it together. So we have a good strategy for factoring anything that's thrown at us.